Oh, yes. Oh, I thought you were busy this week. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought so as well. Recently, one of my colleagues asked me to swap the day with them, so I worked yesterday to cover for him, so I can off today. And starting from next week, I'll think my schedule shift to Friday and Saturday. So I already update my schedule in a Better Vietnam website. So
Yeah.
yeah, only one session. I still have a lot going on at the moment. So that each of the temporary, I'll find more time to maybe put an extra session in there. But yeah, that's it for now. So how are you going? How are you? How is everything?
Ah, yes. Right now I just exciting to like the tech holiday. Yeah, 2 week. Yeah, 2 weeks, and we will off and celebrate the tech holiday. And in Australia, do you celebrate Lunar New Year?
Nah, not really. Not
Oh,
really.
real?
No,
Oh,
no. I'm working
no,
all the
not at all.
time. No,
Oh,
in here, well, they have some kind of festival. They organize some festival for Vietnamese people, but I rarely go there. Maybe visit the festival maybe once. Maybe I'll find a day to visit there with my sister. But yeah,
oh, oh. Do you have joined any Vietnamese community in Australia? I
not
think
really.
they have. No.
Used to,
Oh,
I used to when I was in uni. I actually briefly joined a community club, but since I graduate, I'll keep chasing up my work, so I didn't have any time to join it. So
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure that's a good
Mm,
thing or bad thing, but besides, I'm not a really party person. Yeah, well, not at the
yeah.
moment. Yeah, I should we every year our company have um, end of year function, and I invite everybody of the company in there. So I have about 150 people somewhere, not nearly 100 person in there.
Mm,
I went there this year for some reason. I don't really enjoy it. I actually talked to my CFO. I normally enjoy a one-on-one conversation, and is for me. It really depend on the person I talk to. Normally, for me to open up in my company is actually my CFO, and one of he actually a Vietnamese. The other one is also a Vietnamese person. He work in accounting department, but he is in Vietnam at the moment due to visa issues. Yeah. Other than that, it's like I'm kind of put my guard up. Yeah, I don't want to share.
oh, mm, you don't have any like close friend in your company, like a group of friends like that or something?
I really Well, enable for me to have a group of friends at work, I need to observe how they behave at work first. Well, if you're seeing that people back back their friend at work, well, in my play there, some people back them up, and then I don't lot of a situation where people go around and talk about other people issue, and then they gossip about it, and then sometimes you see people talk bad behind other people back. Well, fortunately for me, in my workplace, the manager is not only a few manager, but only the manager that I work with. They do not stab behind their employee back. But the person that in a lower position, I'm not supposed to say lower position, but like the other position, they kind of have that behavior. So before I share my story with them, I kind of observe how they behave first, and after that, I came up to a conclusion that nope, keep shit to
No.
myself. I'm better not share my stuff with them. So, and they actually prefer me as a secret person.
Yes, kind
But
of that person.
yeah, but like it's not really that like let's say if I talk to a person that I kind of trust, is for example my CFO, I tell him everything because I know for sure he's not gonna go around and tell my shit to other people. And another guy is my I used to coordinate all the project in Queensland. I talked to that. So we have delivery coordinator. So I talked to him a lot. I talked to him like tell him basically 80% of my story of my life to him. But now I moved to SI supervisor position, so I no longer in contact with him. But well, we still work in the same organization, but the amount of interact between me and him is kind of reduced because it no longer needed. Yeah, and I'm that kind of person. If I don't if the work don't actually need me to contact that person, I just don't. But for some
Oh,
reason, if he's reaching out, I'll pick up the phone and talk with him. But yeah, this is that how I
yeah,
normally behave. I'm not sure it could be weird.
yeah, yeah. I think yes, some people like you usually like spend time by yourself, like don't interact with other people in the company.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
there's
you don't find someone the same with you, or you don't trust anybody.
well, it's just like I don't trust. It's kind of hard to say. It's not by the meaning of not fun as same people at me. It's for example, if I talk to my sister, we fine. But well, generally, is my rule of thumb is I can tell people nearly at maximum 80% of my personal history. The other 20% I rather keep to myself. But yeah, with those person is really is in my finger hand. I don't have that much of close friend. But for example, I still have close relationship with my friend in Vietnam. I believe I told you this already. I have only a few, maybe two, three friends in Vietnam. Whenever I give them a call, they pick up right away, or whenever I ask them, they just help me right away. The same. But we sometimes we just do not contact with each other for like maybe a year or two. But when we need each other, just shout out and then I'll be there. I'll be there immediately.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kind of like that. It's like people just say that I'm ghosting people, but actually not. It just yeah. Well, if other people understand how I work, they understand it. And if it not, well, I there's nothing I can do
Mm.
about it. So just
Oh.
yeah, similar in a way that I have a colleague at work. They say they keep complaining about their husband. Oh, he doing this, he doing that, he doing this, he doing that. It's not up to her expectation. And I'm just saying, I'll just redirect her. Is he cheating on you? No. Is he worry about you? Yes. Is he do all the stuff in the house that you don't need to worry about it? Yes. Is he easygoing? Yes. He complain about the food that you're cooking? No. So what the fuck are you can complain about? Is that he's a top guy already?
Ah, they just
And
want to talking.
yeah, and then I'll just ask her like, have you ever looked into the mirror? Oh, that then she just
Mhm.
laugh. No, I'm actually close to that person, so that's why I'm saying like that. If other person saying shit, I don't actually say that. And I was just joking with her. Like, look into the mirror like, to see where you're at. So don't give really high expectation when you look in the mirror. You look yourself like that. So your husband is good, treat him well. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I just different from you. I just want to like communicate in like I have a part-time job like you say, but I
Mm.
try to be friendly to everyone. I don't know why,
Uh,
but I think it's will be easily with my work because I don't want to see anybody like I always say hello and like say hi to other. even the strange people I don't even know, but I still say hi because I think that is the good way to, yeah, I scary to be uh just sit along and everybody talking with their own story. Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's wrong for you to say hi to everybody. It's the same with me. Every morning I went to my office, I would say hello to every single one of my colleagues. I would say it out loud their name. Hey Joe, hey Brittany, hey Liz, whatever. Rather than hey everyone, I'm here. Well, I'll just say like that, and then when I leave, I'll just do the same. But when engage into personal conversation, have you have any feeling when you talk to one of your colleagues? It's you're like, oh my God, I don't want to have this conversation right now. And you feel bored, but you pretend that they saying
Ah,
a really interesting story. See that? Oh,
yes, yes,
fucking hell.
yes. Every time, like, yeah, almost.
I'd rather should end the conversation immediately. I say, oh, okay, I have to go somewhere. Oh, okay, I have this one to do. I said, out.
Oh, I thought that it's a little bit impolite. Like someone just come to me and they want to share in a story with me, so oh, I need to listen to it. Maybe I don't really give they something or I reply. I just reply on my face expressions, facial expression, but yeah, I even it's boring or even I don't care about their story, but I still stand there and listen to their story.
Well, stand there and listen to the other person. Well, I sometimes I do that, but whenever you fake something, the other person know it right away. They know you fucking fake it. It's just for similar when you tell the story and then the other person just laughing. They know it right away that you're faking it. It just we just good at that, spotting other people's shit. But for example, if you talk to a friend that you're really interested in, I mean, really interested in what they're trying to say, you have a different expression. You don't actually try to smile. You don't try to sound like they're saying a very good story. But yeah, but I try another habit. This is my way of sorting. I'm trying to train my habit to like feel interesting in people. So when they say a story, I actually listen to it, try to understand it. Okay, okay, that's good. If I don't understand anything, I'll just ask. But yeah, but let's say if I do not enjoy the conversation, I'll just listen, and then okay, okay, I have to go now. Okay, oh good, good to catch up. But I actually remember, but not say that I feel impressed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I
Well,
just mm,
well,
sometimes
different people have a different way of communication. Well, my way could be wrong, and you don't know. You never know.
no, yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like my close friend, just I also like you. I have a little bit close friend. I thought, but I have a lot of like what is called acquaintance. Like many, I can know many people, but a little bit of them be my friends, or one of two of them is my close friend. And my close friend told me that I'm a fake friend. So, like I try to be nice to everybody, even even they know that I try to pretend to be nice.
See?
Oh, yeah. I
Well,
don't know. It's
yeah,
be good or bad, but
yeah, but
yeah.
the thing that if you're trying to be nice to everybody, it's just for some reason this is just my opinion only. If you try to be nice to everybody, it's just it's not going to be healthy for you. I'm not sure what your definition of be nice to everybody,
Nice.
but with me, be nice to everybody could mean that you're saying things that you actually don't like. Does that make any sense? So let's say the your
Not
one
really, not really. Yeah.
well, let's say for example, if one of your friends tell you a story, okay, etc., etc., and say, oh, interesting. But actually, with you, it's not really not interesting. But you say that, oh, it's interesting. Is that make any sense? Yeah. So
Yeah.
with my friend, if one of my colleagues saying something to me, okay, if I don't feel interesting, I'll just I'll just be quiet. I'm not gonna say anything. And I'll say, and if they say, well, if they're doing something, and then they ask, do you like it or not? No, not really. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah, kind of
not
like
not
that.
not that nice, but like same as
If,
you say.
yeah,
Yeah.
if they ask me about my opinion, I'll just say exactly what I think. And
Hmm.
then yeah, if I make a mistake, I'll just admit it. I'll make a mistake. If yeah, kind of like that. So
Hmm.
don't try to be okay. Another thing that is like different people have different opinions. If you're trying to please other people, well, you're going nowhere because you never know what other people like. And then if you're trying to do that, you're gonna corrode yourself into thinking in a different way. Well, if that what I'm trying to say, like if people like me, okay, they know how I work, they know how I'm thinking. Okay, they be friend with me, that good. If they're not, that's it. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna go after them and try to explain myself to them.
Yeah.
Only different is if that's one of my close friends. So if it's my close friend and we have a different, some kind of misunderstanding about some issue, okay, I'll talk to them and guide them and explain what's happening to them. Like what I'm meaning, what is my meaning behind my word? Okay, could be potentially misunderstanding. Yeah, so kind of like that. So I
Yeah.
only try to be nice with a few certain people that I believe that deserve it. If they not deserve, I'll just fuck it. I don't care.
Oh,
Hmm.
yes. Hmm.
So yeah, and the other thing that I've been noted that I'm not sure in my workplace, um, whatever I'm doing, or whatever I have, people hand stuff for me to do. I'll try to do um, with my best, and I'm trying to investigate and asking questions, find out how to do things that if I do not know, and yeah, I'll keep pushing, and I'm up to the point that okay, team basically know everything in the company, so yeah, that's how I normally roll in the workplace and how to get promotion. Does that make any sense? I'm not trying to kiss people ass or please people to fortify my position in the company. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Your face say
I try,
different.
I try to like because I have to turn on the subtitle and yeah, I just read it and slowly understand it.
What do you mean subtitle? Like, do you have some kind of
Because in the Google Meet it have uh you can see the
ah
CC in there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you talk about some word I don't understand, I will turn on it and yeah, I read it
okay,
and yeah.
okay,
Sometimes,
good,
but I can get your like about 80%. Yeah,
okay,
80% what I you want to say.
all good. Whatever to
Yeah.
help you work, just roll with it.
Uh,
It's just that when
because
I'm no, go ahead.
no, because I just think that maybe in Vietnamese workplace is different because uh mm, I just from my experience I just see the thing from my experience like if you have a good relationship with someone else like you just only in my club not only in my club uh in a small it's just a small organizations but if you have a good get on well with everybody in that club if you want to do anything or if you want to be uh, like just it just happened last night. We have a meeting to choose the leader of on the for the next project. No, it's not really a project. Event. Yeah, a leader for the next event, and some people they are uh, candidating, ứng cử. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some people they
Ah,
are candidates. Some candidate. You just don't say some people they are candidates. You can just say some candidates.
some candidate. Yeah, they just yeah, themselves and five people. Yeah, there's five people, and I see there are some people they have
Hang on, sorry.
a
Just
better knowledge.
I just try to clarify. So some people within the club nominate themselves to be the candidate. Is that what you're trying to say? Some people in your club nominate themselves to be the candidate.
Ah, yeah,
Okay.
yes, not, yeah, and I see that two in five, two of five that they are have no, yeah, maybe two. They have a better knowledge, better experience because they older than other 1 year study. Uh, because next event is a mock trial. Yeah, a mock trial. I just forget that word. A mock trial, and we have to choose two people to be a leader of that event. And I see that two people they all have a better knowledge, a better experience, and one is like there are one people they are like mm, what is calling like he is just friendly to everyone. Everyone is know him. Everyone know him really well because he attend to many program, many things. But I guess his knowledge and his experience is is low compared to other people. Yeah, but the result is he was chosen. Yeah, and I'm quite surprised because yeah, maybe because everybody know him, everybody feel like uh, friendly because yeah, because the way he trick with everyone is really nice, and uh, everybody's know him better than two other because uh, two people, two other people, they are older, so they rarely to attend to some small thing like some small activity in the club. So yeah, 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 just like that. The story just like that, and not and not really in my club, but also in my workplace. I have a manager, and under the managers there are five people, like a staff, just like me, and four other, and there are one 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 staff like me, he have a good relationship with the manager. Not they don't have any like sister or something. Just a good relationship. Like uh, they talk a lot, texting a lot or something. They I don't know, but they have a good relationship. And when he make a mistake or he late for the work shift or anything, mm, the managers will not complain or will not have any
Wouldn't bat an eye for him. That's a slang.
punish. Yeah, any punish for him. But my friends, also staff like me, last time she forget to uh, enter the data, something like she forgets information about a student, and the manager just um, minor her salary. Yeah,
Deduct her salary or minor her salary?
I don't know, but like give she a punish,
Right. So
like
you normally in that case you say deduct her salary. Well, minus you only use for
deduct.
mathematical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deduct.
yeah.
Yeah.
You normally you say deduction, like, well, it's gonna be deduct to your salary. Yep. Well, the thing that you're trying to say is really different meaning and different from what I'm meaning. What I'm trying to say is I'll just try to do. Now, finish your note.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
type in
just
your
want to
note.
know.
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
note it out, just note it, and I'll keep going. Right, so what I'm trying to say, I should try to do my best at what I'm doing. It have nothing to do with me that have a good communication skill. It have nothing to do with get along and treat people nice. I actually treat people really nice myself. And from what you trying to think that that person maybe what I'm trying to say earlier that I don't want to kiss people ass to get promoted. But from what you're trying to say, that person is actually a nice person. He do not try to kiss people ass, but he actually genuinely nice to other people. Is that is that make sense? Is that the case?
No, I think he's not actually a nice people. He's
Oh,
just nice with
he.
the manager. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, it could be. It could happen. Well, I think in the other day when I talked with one of the students, it's like life is never fair. Well, get used to it. The faster you get used, I think it's hard to you as well. Life never fair. The faster you get used to it, the more you're gonna become better. Well, could be apply in this case. So, yeah. But with me, I actually treat people nice myself, and whenever I make a mistake, well, honestly, all the manager don't even budge an eye for my mistake. I come to work late quite a lot. Well, I'm not trying to brag, but that I kind of have a time management issue. But well, when I go into site, manager I actually have to rock up on site on time. And if I make a mistake, I'll just admit I make a mistake. All of the managers, CFO, contractor manager, I have actually four manager. I have to report to, so I'm not sure who is my actual manager. Uh, Construction manager, national construction manager, CSD manager. Well, they all try to help me out. So
Oh, sometimes do you think sometimes like to be honest is
the best policy.
no, like not it's the best sometimes, like because I think uh people live in the world, they never be honest all the times. Yeah, like
Well,
someone, yeah, if you are like be honest all the times, you will be mm, like uh bring the bad thing to you.
well, I'm being honest, have an art to it. You're not gonna be. If you go around, you
Ah,
see a person that look ugly. You don't go around. Hey, you look ugly. No, you don't fucking do that.
no.
You don't fucking do that. But let's say, if you genuinely try to be nice, if you genuinely try to learn how to be good at your work, if you genuinely try to help people, they will know it. And then when you try your best to learn, and well, to be honest, I'm one of the person that make a lot of mistake in my work. Honestly, I'm not gonna try to lie, but I'm trying to come up with the way to apply for myself that stop the error to happening by have a different system that help me work better. And I apply that and have my work. It helped my performance way better compared to before. But let's say go back to our first situation. If you try your best, being genuine about it. A good company, to be honest, they will try to guide you to correct your mistake. They're not trying to
Mm.
make you lie about it. And also there is play. They actually plays that make people lie to get a job. For example, so right now there's some agency, for example, new agency or journalism. They actually lying about their work to get a job and lying about what they write to get more view. But in the end, in the long term, it hurting them because people turn out people are not going to trust them anymore. Right now in the US, the amount of people that trust in the traditional media, they drop significantly. Well, if you look at all the status of people that actually watching the news, it's really low. But let's say if you watching the status of people listen to podcast that they actually saying the truth and express what they actually thinking, it ram up significantly. So
Oh,
it's telling you. So you can lie and you can achieve your goal by lying. Yeah, there's nothing wrong about it. You can do it. You can actually do it. There's nothing. It's work, but like in my opinion, it's only work for a short term of time. Let's say, for example, if you work in a company that you always watching behind your back that people are gonna stab you, how do you feel if you work in that company for a long period of time? You're gonna be feel really tired. But with me, again, with me, it's like I'm saying that I'm not open myself in my company, but for some people. But with the higher manager, they treat me really well. So I'm kind of get along. I'm working here for a long period of time because of that. So that's just a part of it. Yeah. So again, different people have different view. I could be wrong. I could be right. Well, you live your way, you design your own. So yeah. So, but with me, honest is always the best policy. Sometimes you wish you're saying the truth rather than lying. Been there, done that. I'm not gonna say that I haven't lied before. I did. Sometimes you wish you saying. Sometimes you wish you saying the truth rather than lying. So,
yeah. But I'm too scared to say the truth.
well, yeah, getting there is like it's not easy. It's not easy to do that. It's one of the harder thing to do in the life. I'm still trying to learn it. I'm trying to learn to do it. I do sometimes I do lie in well even now. Sometimes I do lie. Not actually proud about it. I'm trying to practice to be saying the truth all the time. What I'm actually feeling. What I'm actually thinking. So it's not hard. I'm not saying it's easy. No, it's not.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Mm. In Vietnamese, they have a sentence like the true. I don't know if in English. Let me just.
The other day, you can search for that. I was just have a chatting with you. The other day when I talked to my dad, the my dad mentioned that one of the songwriter mentioned that one of the difficult thing in his life to be a good person. Okay, I heard one, and then my dad, kind of like have a smear, a mocking laugh about it. Okay, that's fine, pass. And then the next day, no, the next after a couple of weeks, he's saying that again. He's now crossing the line, saying, "Hey, Dad, I don't like that sentence. Do you want your son to be a good person, or you want your son to be a bad person? I can choose to be a bad person really easily, but I choose to be a good person." Well, I'm saying that it's not an easy thing to do, no. But what do you think? Do you want me to become a good person, or you want me to become a bad person? And then he just being silent, and then he just trying to explain himself. I know where he going, but I'll let him off the hook. It's just yeah. So it's not an easy thing to do. No, it's not.
Yes.
So yeah.
Like,
So yeah. Anyway, what the hell do I know? Is like I could be
mm,
wrong. I could be right. Maybe 10 years from now, looking back and say, "Oh shit, you're saying shit. You're saying shit that you
yeah.
shouldn't say." You never know. Yeah. So, but by the look of it, I'm just trying to explain. So by trying to be good at what I'm doing and also spend time, extra time, that I'll learn other thing else. So I learn other part that I can do in the future. Like it's like I can expand my knowledge and build up a business model that gonna work for myself. So like earlier, I was telling you that I'm doing investigating stock trading model and then buying how and then re-ran it. So so far, is it hard? I would say yeah, it's really hard and really tough. And if you ask me, is it worth it? I would say worth it. And then let's say I'll being sacked as my company. Yes, so be it. But I have a different sort of income, so I can actually cover for myself. And coming back to it, I think I can easily apply for another manager position or site manager in different company because now I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience that I don't think other people have from IT, finance, site managing, um, workflow, organize. So because I learned all the trick that all the top manager are doing. So if I'm seeing that other builder that lack of it. So let's say if I apply for another manager position, I can recreate a similar model and apply to them. And I'll just manage it. It's easy for myself. So I'm quite confident in that. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I also want to be that person in the future, like
yeah,
be the person that the company need you, not because you need the company.
yeah. So yeah. So again, I'm trying to say, so be genuinely interested of what you're doing. So again, I believe I told you this story before. So when HR interview me and it had my two of my managers sitting next to me, I say, okay, what do you feel about your position? I'll tell them bluntly that, well, to be honest, my job is fucking boring, but I make it in a way that in interest in me. I figured out to make my job more appealing to me, so I don't feel it boring
Mm,
anymore. So I explain what I've been doing, run data analysis, pull out data from there, pull out data from there, cross matching, helping other people, helping that department, helping the department, and yeah, that make me enjoy my work, and I enjoy to helping other people, and they just laugh.
oh,
Yeah,
oh. And that is the questions I also want to ask you today.
yeah,
Because I don't know my future, like my job, my career orientations. I don't know what I will become in the future. Yeah, because yeah, like uh, you have graduated for like the job you do right now is the same thing you learn in your university or a different thing.
kind of similar. Sorry, it's kind of similar, but honestly, when I graduated from university, I didn't get the job in the beginning. I still working at a barista and as a baker for maybe a year and a half before I land a job. And when I land the job, I'm not working as myself right now. I'm working as an estimator, and I'm trying to be best at my work. I compete really hard. I do everything so fast, and I try to figure it out a way to achieve my workflow and to achieve the workflow that I set out by creating cheat code, research this, research that, and then progressively I only volunteer for whatever the thing that my manager asked for. And when I finish my stuff, I'm not staying idle. I'll asking to help other people, and then I progress to um, project coordinator. And then when I progress to project coordinator, I come up with solution to short my work span from 8 hour to 1 hour. But I do not tell everybody about it. And then when the renovation coming up for the company, and then they ask who want to help the company to manage the renovation, I'll just okay, I've got to do it. And then this one passed, and then another renovation coming up. Okay, I'll do it. I'll manage that one. I'll manage this one. Easy, fine. I'll get used to it. And then now, and then the other opportunity should keep open up, and I'll just okay apply for it. And because I'm trying to say it, I genuinely help people, and genuinely want to learn things. It's just opportunity to open up, and you should apply for it. Opportunity open up, you apply for it, and you get a higher pay rate and a higher pay rate. Well, last time I'm recording this one. Hopefully, none of my coworker listen to the video. If I do an analysis, my salary rise at least 15% a year. We require a lot. So if I compare my original income to the second year, is raised by nearly 25%. If I compare to now, it nearly increased by 50%. And if I finalize the site supervisor position, so my salary increased by 100% from what I'm calculating
Oh.
in a span of 3 years. 3 years, maybe 3 years and a half.
Oh.
I nearly doubled my salary, but salary aside, I learned a lot of things. I learned actually a shitload of things. I can reuse it if I move to a different construction company. So that is the value part. Now I can confidently say that if I apply for another construction company, I can get a job at 125% salary compared right now. But in the meeting with my manager, I'm saying that, well, money is good, but I value my health over the money. So, okay. So, so that may be all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
But honestly, all of that, all of my view changing once I started reading non-fiction book. I'll just read randomly, listen to a lot of podcast, listen to a lot of people that before me they share the experience. You remember that this pyramid picture,
Oh.
right? Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
the other way I try to explain that, like if you being raised by a dog, you're gonna act like a dog. If you raised by a lion, you're gonna act like a lion. So similar
Hmm.
to that. So instead of you learn by one single person that sit next to you, so I should learn by listening to a lot of people around the world that condense their knowledge into a single book or a single podcast. And yeah, it improved a lot of my career decision, and how I thinking. So every day try to be a better person. So yeah.
Yes. Mm.
So yeah, that all I can try to telling you guys, just give you guys
Yeah.
motivation to read more. Just do not use Facebook. Use it less, please.
Yeah, it's right. You less social media. I
Yeah.
know it's toxic, I know it's harmful, but I don't know
But
why.
yeah, but it comes with a price though. I'm not sure whether it's a price or a trade-off. By doing that, well, I do not party, which means that I do not have any friend, and yeah, well, and it's really hard to communication with people that do not have a similar background knowledge as you. Does that make any sense?
Background knowledge?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So when you try to talk to people like that, I don't want to tell like a lot of time when I talk to a person, talk to a guy that trying to shit talk people, it make me feel sick, make me feel really bad. But what can I do? That their personality. They do not ask for my opinion about their behavior, so I just keep being quiet. Well, unless
hmm.
they shit talk like within the department that to the person that not supposed to be. Let's say if they just trash talk people well outside the road, yeah, before I don't give a shit. So let's say if they shit talk a person that within my department and I think that do not deserve that, I'm gonna actually raise my voice. No, you shouldn't do that.
Hmm.
That's not that's not how you handle it. So, but yeah,
Yes.
right.
Oh, I want to talk something, but I forget it.
Yeah,
Like, ah, you are kind of person like mostly talking about your work in
yes,
the conversations.
yes. And I say that one of the curse like every single time is the only topic that interests me is work. And every
No.
topic that involve about my personal, they ask about my personal thing. I was like, nah, that's not interesting topic, and I kind of shipping around. So that one of the negative point of it. So I'm trying to say
Yeah.
is it may not a good idea way to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's maybe a barrier when you try to communicate with other because you
yeah,
don't have a same topic.
yeah. And then also there's different reason behind it as well. It's not just I know what it is. I'm still in the process of sorting that out. So yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
And you are don't a party persons, like you don't like hang out or don't like to. No, I think you maybe you like traveling because you it does you have traveling with your family.
Yeah, I actually like to hang out, but who is the person I'm hanging out? So that is the most important question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all my close friends right now they're not here, so I can't hang out with them. So I have one of my close friends see in Perth at the moment. So yeah, I can't hang out with her. Yeah. So whenever she come out, so we actually hang out in a group of three person. Is because he have family in Perth, so every time she come here, so it kind of a bit of difficult. So me, my friend, and the other two that are in here, but the other two in here that I'm not close with, I only go out with them occasionally, and because the other two person here they have family as well, so I'm kind of, and they're all female. So I'm trying to pick a chance that all of us gather together rather than me and like one of the friend going out. It's gonna be weird to other people. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
avoid that. So this is not a good look if I do that. So it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. So one of your friend get married. Fuck. Or have
So,
boyfriend.
you should also get married, and you will be some of them. do you ready to get married?
No,
Or you have
not
been? No.
not at this stage. So I'm not gonna plan that far ahead. Um, yeah.
Mm.
So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So whenever that, man, is when I have when one of the friend get a boyfriend, so they just the amount of time because the thing there is gonna be inappropriate if you keep hanging out with your female friend when they already have a boyfriend. They're gonna get jealous. Well, and you have to understand for that. That understandable. So it sucks, but your your boyfriend, oh, like sorry, is your friend family is going to be more important than me because in the end they're going to work along with their partner. So, but I'm here whenever they need support. So, and the friend that I have in Australia over the year is kind of deteriorate because for some reason their behavior changed, and I'm kind of feel uncomfortable when communication with them. I don't hate them. It's just that it's just kind of a mismatch feeling when I have a conversation with them.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm.
I used to have a bad friends, but for a year I didn't met them, and after we hang out, and I find that we don't sit anymore. Like don't
Mm.
have the same like not really opinion, but the way I think and the way I think is different. Oh,
Yeah,
mm.
unfortunately that happened. So
Oh yeah. Everybody
unfortunately,
change. Yeah, everybody change.
for
So,
the
do you
better
have
or
any
worse,
plan for the new year? Huh?
for the better or worse. If they change in a better way, yes, well, definitely can hang out with you. But they change in a worse way, well, unfortunately,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the environment affect us a lot, I think. Some people I I thought that in the high school they very normal people, not normal persons, but when they go just up to the university, they change significantly. Like they be a very outstanding persons. Yeah, but on the other hand, yeah, some people is really good in high school, but when they go up to the university, they the environment maybe the environment have make them worse.
Yeah. One of the thing that it make me feel um make me feel in a negative way with them is like they think in a way that more self-centered. They think
Mm.
their opinion is well, honestly, if I do not read the book that I read, if I do not listen to the podcast I've been listening to, I'll never know. I'll be the same. I'll be that same person. Right now, I'm look back at my old self. Back in the day, I actually behaved like the way that I don't like. So, what I'm trying to say is hard. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually sometimes I actually regret the way that I behave to some people. So, yeah.
Oh,
So, but
yes.
But regret aside, just move on. You have to move on. So there's no point just being sad all the time. It's hard, but yeah. Anyway,
Life. You have to go on.
yeah.
So, do you have any plan for the next year? And for the this year, 2025?
Well,
Big plan?
I already have a lot of plan already.
Uh,
I got um my proposal approval, and the other day I talked to the CFO. I'm gonna progress to a different proposal as well with a higher pay. But let's just move slowly for now. But yeah,
mm,
first it's good. So either first task, and then I'll look into explore into the tax um, realm just to cut down my tax paying to the government. So at the moment, if I keep doing the old way, I'm gonna have to pay 35% of the extra earning. But in the new way, I'll figure it out and just need to pay. I drop that amount to 15%. So I just need to pay about 20% of the tax. Yeah, and I'm trying to make it in beneficial in a good way, and I'm trying to do tax deduction as much as possible, so I don't have to pay tax to the government.
Ah, oh, your
Mm,
salary must be very high. So your tax is very high too.
No,
Yes.
regardless of the money, I do not like to give my money away, to give my hard-earned money away to other people. So I'm just trying to figure out a way that to not paying them because if you, I'm not sure in Vietnam, I think Vietnam have a similar tax bracket, but they do not enforce it properly. But in American or Australia, the people that pay tax the most is the worker, like similar to me.
Mm.
The top rich people do not pay tax, and the lowest people do not pay tax. Some people, lower person, they do not work and they still have support from the government. They have a certain amount of allowance weekly plus house support weekly. Whereas, let's say if a person work at a minimum job for 38 hours, they rather stop working and stay at home and they have to see similar payout amount from the government. Think of that. So I should have to
Oh,
figure out a way just to avoid tax. Not avoid tax, just to take advantage of my tax. That a better way to say.
oh. So you decide to become a top rich person, so you don't need to pay tax for the government.
No, not top rich person. I'll just try to figure out a way just to use my tax efficiently. So
Ah,
there are ways for you to work around it, but you have to learn shit lot of things. You have to read a lot and you have to know a lot. And man, I fucking hate it. So, the, I'm not gonna shit talk my government here. They have a trick that if you do a lot of tax deduction, they give you a warning. They're going, okay, in your occupation, based on what you declare, the amount of tax deduction that you claim is really high. Please review your tax deduction. Well, if you
mm,
claim what you're supposed to claim and what you're eligible to claim, well, you just submit it. But
mm,
but in some case, they give that warning just to scare the person who logged the claim to reduce the amount of tax they're gonna claim.
oh,
If they do not learn it correctly, if they do not sure about their knowledge, they're gonna afraid to hit the submit button and reduce the amount they're gonna claim. With me, I'll fucking submit it. You fucking prick. Ah, fuck.
mm,
So
I
that what I
get it.
hate. That what I hate about it. So just yeah, here. So for example, I'll just tell you one simple way for a big company to avoid tax. For example, Apple, they operate in the US. They get revenues from distribute the App Store. So every app that they're selling, they're not selling. So let's say every app you purchase using App Store, let's say for $3, 30% of that go into Apple, right? So the developer do not get the full amount. 30% of that going to Apple, and Apple recognize that in a revenue. So now I'm ignore all the expense just to make it simple enough for you to understand. So the revenue is about like let's say the profit is about 30% uh, after all the expense. So they have
Mm,
about 30%, and sorry, let's say $100. Let's say $100, $100.
mm,
Just easy for you to understand. So for that year, Apple have about $100 revenue, and according to the regulation, they have to pay about 30% of the profit to the government, Right.
Yeah.
But here, okay, this is how they try to avoid a tax. So Apple operates in the US, okay, liable to pay tax. So now they reaches another company in a different country that do not charge for tax or a corporate tax. In this case, I
Oh.
believe it was I could be wrong, but there's some. If you let me Google it.
Yes, that's for sure.
Okay, on the top, so corporate tax at 0% in Bahamas, Bermuda, and Cayman's Island. There could be more country. So by
Hmm.
saying that, if you in those country, if you have revenue by $100, you pay zero tax. If you earn
Hmm.
$100, you keep that $100. If you operate in the US, you earn $100 after all the expense. You have to pay. Well, depend on the scale of your company, but I believe Apple have to pay about 30% of the tax. So $100, they have to pay for the government about $30, and they keep about $70 back in their pocket. So now let's go into Bahama. If they operate in Bahama, they earn about $100. They keep $100. They do not pay any tax. Right. Okay.
Hmm.
So the Apple company in US create another Apple company in Bahama. This is fucking shit. So and then they're gonna put the IP address in Bahama. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
So so they're gonna saying that Apple in Bahama gonna saying that Apple in the US they hiding IP from Apple in Bahama, and then they have to pay for
Yeah.
Apple in Bahama to provide a service. And because the internet is you don't have any physical things, so that really easy to do. And now they Apple in Bahama invoice Apple in the US $100 for their services. Now you can see that Apple from revenues from the profits of $100. Now they deduct another $100 for Bahama because of the service this Apple company provide for. So now it's zero. So they don't need to pay anything for the U.S. government. And
Oh.
then money go through there, lock in there. They have $100 without tax.
And it's legal. Oh.
It's legal. It's not illegal. It's a legal way.
Oh.
So for the
Oh.
copyrights, how can you price the thing anyway? See, how can you price
Hmm.
copyright? So let's say you a lawyer can charge any fee between $200 an hour up to 1,000 or $10,000 an hour. How can you price that? You can't, right? You can't price that. You can't price the difference. So, for example, a Honda car used to they sell the Honda to go from A to B, sell for $30,000, right? Ferrari or McLarenville selling their car just to you to travel from A to B. They sell for like $1 million. Do you see?
Hmm.
There's no way that the government can enforce how the company price the structure, right? Do not go into the realm of government enforce the price. That is communism. It's not going to work. So if you want to go down that, I can explain that to you. But now let's just focus on capitalism first. So there's no
Hmm.
way you can structure or the government can enforce a company to fixate their price. See? So they are legit way for
Yeah.
you to avoid tax. So the most easier way and the most if you want to avoid tax legally, the only way that you got try to become bigger and bigger and bigger.
Hmm.
The bigger
Yeah.
you get, the easier you're gonna be avoid paying tax. But back to the my comment before, but like if you're saying small, the amount of tax you pay gonna be a lot. And the majority of the government revenue or the government fund is coming out from normal worker like me. See? So that's why I
Yeah.
always try to figure out a way just to take advantage of my tech effectively.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it depends on the law. Oh, do
yeah.
you think that if the activity that happen usually, do the government no, the government can release the law. Yeah, because they have no evidence for that.
Well,
Because it's
let's say
legal.
they really yeah because it's legal. So if the
Oh,
government issue a law, what law you gonna apply? See?
oh, release a new law.
What law gonna apply?
Oh, yeah.
Because in paper Apple earning actually at zero. How can you charge them tax if they do not have any profit? If
Oh,
they release
yeah.
a law to start to charge a company tax with regardless of their profits, all the company gonna go bankruptcy, and the whole economy gonna collapse. So you can't do anything about it. See?
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, a lot of thing about finance.
I'll show you a podcast. I'll send you a podcast. You listen to it, you're gonna laugh. You laugh your ass off. It's like he explained the whole concept. I think it's more easier to understand than me. Let me see. Oh, tax.
Mm.
Oh, okay. They're also a really nice podcast that I think you should listen to. Okay, this one.
Which sources do you often listening the podcast?
I listen to Joe Rogan, that podcast, and Jordan Peterson. So, and apart from that, I actually reading book. I'll just read random. I read random shit all the time.
It's
Right?
it's about 2 hour and 1 hour.
Oh,
Really?
come on, that is short. Like, I've listened to podcast that 4 hour all the time.
Oh,
The book that I'm listening
oh,
is like 16 hour. I'm not doing it in one go. Normally, whenever I'm driving, I'm listening to it. I think it's kind of hard for you to do now because I think Vietnamese that release a law that if you have your headphone on when you're driving, you're gonna have a heavy fine for that.
yes.
Yeah. So whenever I'm
Yeah.
driving, I'm listening to it, or whenever I'm doing things that do not need my brain, so like cooking or lawn moving or fixing some shit here and there, I'll listen to it.
Oh, really? Do you think driving you don't need to use your brain? Oh,
Nah,
quite dangerous.
it's more like a muscle memory, and my brain is like, okay, when I'm driving, I'm listening to it because most of the time the traffic is not that heavy. You're just driving, and then
Uh,
you only need to pay attention when you go into a corner or a turn that really need your attention. Other than that, you just drive slowly. You don't need to go fast. Yeah.
that do you feel boring when you just sitting and listening to the podcast? Don't do anything else?
Have you tried to listen to me? I'm saying I'm listening to
No, no, I
podcast where
just
I'm
want
doing
to ask
something.
that. No, I just ask another questions like, do you feel boring when you just don't do anything and just sitting and listening to it? I
No,
listen to it. No.
no,
Oh,
not
really?
really. No.
Oh, I thought
But
you
to
just
be
want to.
honest, but to be honest, when I'm sitting, and doing nothing, I normally watch a video. So that a video, I can watch them,
Ah,
two of them communication is so it's not that boring. But I'm trying to take advantage of it because it's in the audio format. So I'm take advantage of it. I'll do something else and I'm listening to it, doing laundry, iron my clothes, listen to it. So why sitting in
oh,
one place and then doing that? I try to use my time more efficiency.
hmm,
So
yeah. Oh, because I thought you are multiple persons. Like
I
you
can't
can,
multitask. I can't
uh,
multitask. I can't
uh,
multitask. But for
uh,
this, well, when I listen to it, it's just like a normal conversation. So, and the stuff that I do not need my whole focus. See, because all the stuff that I'm doing is just like muscle memory. It's only required muscle memory. Driving, laundry, cooking, you don't need to actually focus on that. When I'm actually sit there and write some report, I rather have everything quiet.
oh,
Hmm. So I'd rather have everything quiet rather than have some like music playing in the background. It's not gonna help. Yeah, so that how I
yeah,
roll. Hmm. So
yes.
yeah, what have you been doing during New Year? And um, for some reason I forgot your friend name. Was it Tam?
Yes.
Okay. How is he doing? Is he gonna rejoin ABVN or he already graduated?
Oh, yeah, we both graduated and we decided to continue to study for the next 6 months. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I think she's a little bit disappointed about her final exam result. Had a bad result on her final exam. So a little bit,
Hang
I don't
on.
know.
I talk about a guy, not a girl.
Yes, a boy,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
I used the wrong word. No,
All
no.
right. Okay.
Just,
All good. All
yeah.
good. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah, I know.
What's so bad
Yeah.
about his exam?
Uh, oh, we are decided to have some year-end party. Yeah, we attend to a same club, and we have a year-end party at tonight at 2 hour next to on 7 p.m. 7 o'clock. Yeah, and yeah, and we decided to have two more. I don't know how to like next week we have a small group of old friends who study with the same class in secondary school. We will have a like just hang out together and after tech on yeah after tech holiday we also have another yeah but he just received his final exam result and his mood is just going down because he is the leader of that group and he's thinking about that. Oh, my exam so my result is so bad, so I decided to cancel this. Yeah.
How bad was it?
Uh, F C
Fail?
yeah F. Do you know A B C D F? It's a point. F A B C D F. F is the last point, and you have to study again that subject. Oh,
Fuck.
that. Yeah.
Hang on. Is it just the this exam itself? Because I believe it's supposed to be what how do I say? During the course, do you need to do any report or assignment or something? So if
Yes. Yeah, we have about three kind of texts on one subject, but her final exam is really low, so that's why all that subject is yeah, and all the result in average is F. Oh,
fuck,
oh yeah, because
that's
the test
hilarious.
holiday is coming. Yeah, test holiday is coming, and he got F. Oh, so bad, and I remember he also get C and C plus, no A. Oh,
Oh.
mm,
How about you? What did you get?
yeah. Oh, I want to, I also want to, yeah, I got A. I got seven subject as I told you before. I got A in five and in two B plus.
Oh, that's
Quite
nice.
good.
Yeah, quite good.
Yeah, yeah, quite good.
Congratulations.
But yeah, but I feel that is lucky because um law is have a is don't have exactly answers for that questions, and I just answers by all my knowledge I have. But I think the teachers who
Market.
who yeah, it's easy. So I got a high score. And the way I study for the exam. I'm not study for work. So I think it's not a bad way,
So you learn it
not
by
a good way.
understanding it, not by remember. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I understanding the problem. I study for understanding, but mostly I study because the exam, not study for my future work or something. So
Right, right,
I'm
right. Got it.
because I yeah. Also, I have a high score, but I don't feel so happy about that because I think, oh, that's just lucky, and I got a easy teacher's mark on my exam, so I got a high score.
Did you tell Tom about that? She got a fucking piss at you.
No, I haven't told him. I just, oh, I don't have a result because he asked me, how about your
You
final
lying.
exam result? Yeah. And I
You
said, no, I haven't.
lying. You lying. You lying, bitch.
No, because if I tell him the truth, he also feeling bad.
No, just tell
No.
him the truth. Just tell him the truth. Well,
Because
honestly, if I rather say, oh, to be honest, man, I've been there. Well, the other day, when my manager asking me who is my favorite, because when I'm going on site, there are two person that guiding me and explaining to me. She asking me that who is your favorite person that's showing me. Huh? Well, I'll just tell her, I can't tell you that. I can't say that. You say, no, you can. You absolutely can. Is that Steve that your person? No, I can't. Well, different person show me different way of learning it. I maybe
uh,
have a different way to learning it, so I'd rather not
mm,
saying it. But to be honest, I do not have a favorite person to be honest. But
yeah,
if I
that's true.
do, I'd rather do not saying it. I was just saying that I'm not gonna saying that. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
But let's say if I do, I'll just say I'd rather not saying it, rather than know they both good in their way or whatever, rather than lying. I'll just say not gonna tell you.
Mm, yeah.
Tell him that you know.
No, because uh, beside the final exam result, Tam he has got a lot of achievement this year. Yeah, he have a scholarship about a NetGen project that he have a chance to exchange to Cambodian. He have to go study abroad. He have a lot of achievement this year. So yeah, the final exam is nothing. So yeah. So I don't decide to tell him about that.
Oh, sorry. Get back to that. I remember last time you talking about your law subject, right? So you didn't answer the last question.
Oh, what was the last questions?
I don't know. In your you showed me a topic about some person selling a boat or something. So there were three questions. You answered the first, you answered the second, the third question you
Ah,
didn't answer.
that is the bad thing, like the the bad thing that I study law. No, maybe in my school because although we take an exam, we got the result, but we don't know the answer for the exam. It's just like, and we don't know which part we make a mistake or yeah. So I think that's the bad thing.
What do you mean bad thing? I think that's a good thing about it.
Nah, because we don't have an answer, so we don't know which is right or which is wrong because nah, not really because my friends, also my friends, we have exam, but we different answer, different explanations. It's yeah, we explain in different clause in the law, and but when we have a result, we have a standpoint. Not really a standpoint, but close. And yeah, we don't know what is exactly the answer for these questions.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like that. Just like law, I think law is just like human behavior and emotional. Different people have different emotional and different definition. Just like what is love? Can you tell me what's love?
We don't define love. We define.
No, what I'm trying to
uh,
say. So if you go around and ask a person what is love and how can you define love to you, 10 people gonna have well nearly 10 different answers. And
uh,
the way they're gonna say potentially could be the same meaning, but the way they're gonna explain it gonna be different. So I think
mm,
law is just kind of similar, the same. So
yes.
it's not math. Well, even math, sometimes you have a different answer for like for one solution. Well, sometimes with math you have different solution for one question. So law, I think it's the same. It's just whatever that makes sense in applying the law, and different country have different law as well. So
But in math, uh, although it have different solutions, but at the end the result is the same. But the law is different. You have a different solutions. The result is different.
oh yeah, I used the wrong. I used the worst example there that I shouldn't use. Um, yeah, that you got your point there. Yeah. You got your point there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's law. Law is supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to have a solid solution for everything. It's more about justify it. So that why normally in the case, well, like let's say in the last case, you have like a multiple just that vote again or for some decision. Sometimes you hear okay, for just for that decision, to just again that decision. You see, so like when you write your answer in the law, only one person marking your paper, not four. So you have that mark.
Mm,
Let's say if you have about 5 or 6 person that mark your paper, your point gonna be significantly different. So
yeah, that's right.
yeah, I think it should be that way though, and it more interesting that way. And you look yeah, and you kind of I think law is kind of I think oh, man it depends on the subject. Everything else, everything they try to nah that's a bad example. Yeah, from my point of view, I think everything. If you look at everything, you have to look at it in a critical way. Not that it am I make any sense?
Look at spiritual way, not emotional way.
No, but looking at in a critical way. Critical way could it be different. So, let's say if I have a different background about something, I could look at a thing in a way
Oh,
that other person have different background and look at it in a way. So.
yeah.
And the law sometimes, like let's say they just finalize a court case like this, and over time, for some reason, they could reverse the announcement, the result of this case because of something happened in the future. See, so
Yeah.
it's supposed to be that
Yeah.
way. I like it that way.
Oh, I found I gonna be an influent.
I no, I find it's fun in that way. I find it's supposed to be like that. It's more fun that way. Anyway,
Mm,
yeah. So anything else you want to share?
let me
Or anything else you want to ask? because we have a long catch up here, like
Yeah,
an hour and a half to catch up. So
so much thing to. Yeah, I share. Like, I just this afternoon I just sit down and prepare for the topic or the questions I want to ask you, and I really like that. Oh, all my questions, like all the problem in my almost in my life, I also share with you, and you just give me a lot of things.
okay, okay. What question?
Uh,
You haven't asked anything.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just so let me share my plan for New Year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez, a plane.
I
You already have that. I have no shit. I have nothing.
oh, wait. I just asked you, do you have any plan for the New Year? You can. Oh, you have a lot of plan of the New Year.
No, like you actually write it down. I don't write it down. I don't write down my plan.
No, it's not really. Not really. But yeah, just write down some basic thing I want to start in the new year. New
Okay.
year, new me. I want to study a new language. Uh,
What language is it?
Chinese. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, I have the idea to study Chinese when, yeah, for a long time. But I think this time I will serious about this. Serious
Okay.
to study Chinese. Yeah. Uh, and
Ah,
also
yeah.
improve English. Of course, improve English.
Yeah. I actually
Mm.
want to learn Chinese as well, but I didn't have the time. So my sister go ahead and then she learned Chinese ahead of me. I'll give her
Oh.
some kind of okay. I'll give you 2 year heads, 2 year head start, and then I'll learn Chinese, and then I'll be more fluent than you. Maybe I'm bullshit.
Mm.
Maybe I'm bullshitting.
Mm. Yeah, that is hard subject. I just learned for a week about the way to pronounce word in Chinese, and it's hard. Oh, it's really hard to diff to just to guide. Yeah, the sound.
Okay.
Like in Vietnamese, we have dấu, yeah, dấu câu is mark.
Yep.
Yeah, and also in
Punctuation.
Chinese,
Punctuation.
punctuation. Punctuation. In Chinese, we also have, but it's different to recognize. Or maybe we are Vietnamese, so we think Vietnamese is easy. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. And so I decided to study for significant in information, in computer. Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of conditions for me to graduate, so I decided to study this year.
You're not decided. You have to. You have to
But you
learn.
have to, but yeah,
That's a different thing. Come on. Yeah, that's two different things.
but I will start this year because at first I decided to I will study it in the third year, but so just start first as possible because this semester I have less subject than the last semester because I hadn't registered. I can't register because I do faster than my friends. Like
Right.
because you know the way we register the subject.
Oh,
Yes, I think you do. No? Oh, like you try to buy a concert ticket, a famous concert ticket, and you have to compete for
right.
that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I think uni should have like. Well, anyway. I don't think that should be the case in unis. Like they're supposed to have as many students as they can within a venue.
Mm.
That what I think because in my day that was not the issue for me. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all. To plan about my study,
I
and
thought
yeah,
you
that's
write the whole plan down. You're about to share to me, and you disappoint me.
yeah.
I thought you have the whole plan wrote down, and you're about to show me.
Yeah, the whole plan. No, just about my study and
Okay.
anything else is no.
Okay. So get back to our topic. What question that you have that you want to ask me?
It's about my uh, mm, future career, my career orientations. Like
Oh,
last week, I have attended to the talk shows about CV writing skill. Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, and I feel that I'm lacking, like yeah, lacking a lot of. I have to improve myself in many ways to build a good CV for me, for myself when I graduate and get into the in the market, yeah, in the industry, yeah,
Hmm.
for job, like yeah, for just for job.
Yep.
And I just yeah, and in the talk shows, you talk about uh, the job potential.
Hmm.
It's really hard for us if we want to follow the real law, like the lawyer. Yeah, so a little bit scared because I don't think that I will go deeper in law because it's quite hard and
Hmm.
maybe I don't have enough patience for it because just like you say, you like make your jobs more interesting with you and
Yeah.
you enjoy it. Yeah, but yeah, I think I will try your method. Yeah, try
Okay.
to interest my major. Yeah, and continue with it because my family and other like the people surrounding me advise me that you can do something stable more than to be a lawyer or go deeper in law because it's really hard for a girl. Yeah, so I just thinking about my future. I don't have like exactly the thing I want to be.
Hmm.
So yeah,
How old are you? 24
because
or 22 at the moment?
20.
20. Okay. It's a long way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long way. Like when you're sharing, you're only sharing for 15 minutes, but it's maybe 10 years of a journey. It's very a long way, very challenging, but to tell is like nothing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, what I'm trying to say, you're only 20. So I've been there, feeling the same, received the same suggestion, feeling the same way.
No.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a long way to go.
Yeah, long way to go. But I don't know which way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really tough question. So,
Oh, so can I ask like
mhm.
why did you choose your majors and you choose a job? Do you have
W-
any advice or you like it at
Well,
first?
to be honest, I chose my major because of it opened the opportunity for me to stay in Australia. So that's why I choose it. But after
Oh,
I learn it and I read about more things and I read about things that interest me, so I'm growing to interest in a lot of things. It's just well construction, it's just part of it. So I learned how to do IT stuff. I learned how to do tax stuff. I learned how to do manage property. I learned how to do barista. I learned how to cook. Well, I actually know a lot of jobs. I do a lot of jobs, to be honest. Have I told you that? Have I told you that or
yeah.
something? Yeah, well, I have a lot of jobs. I've been doing a lot of jobs. So construction is not one of it. Well, construction
Oh,
is not the only one I'm doing. Well, construction is not the only one I'm doing. So yeah, so don't get me wrong. So I actually do a lot of things. And whatever I'm doing, I'm not saying I'm the top of it. Maybe among one of the good employee out doing good at what I'm doing.
mm,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, and you only know what you like to do until you test it, until you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So try to do my best.
yeah,
As you say, try to do the best
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so you never know you like something up until you're doing it. If you do it over a long period of time, you don't like it, you just realize it. So now you just sit there and visualize this, visualize you're gonna like this, visualize you're gonna like that. But when you're doing it, well, turn out it could be different. You could like it or you could do not like it at all. So choose carefully.
Yeah.
And just remember if you make a good decision, it's your win, and if you make a bad decision, it's your opportunity to learn. So try to think it in a critical way, not thinking of it by yourself, rather than just heavily rely on other people's opinion all the time. You could take their advice, weighing pros and cons, yeah. But you should be the person that make your own decision, not because of oh your mom telling you that, or your friend telling you this, or your uncle telling you this. So yeah, take advice,
Oh.
analyze it, decide on your own, not because not because somebody tell you to do that. So yeah,
Hmm.
doing something like that, I think is more worthwhile. So I remember, yeah, when I decide to do something, if I fail, I learn a lot of things, and if I gain, is my decision. And along the way, if you keep repeat that, it's gonna improve your confidence. So yeah, yeah. So that being what I've been doing, and then yeah, I'm not sure whether it is an advice, but yeah, that is what I've been concluded with my 10-year gap difference between you and me.
Yeah, it's a long
Mm,
way.
yeah.
You are mature. I'm just a kid. When I talk with you, I scared to say something wrong.
No, 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 no. Don't think that. So the other day I talked to one of the students. So I know that every single time I talk to her, I try to explain to her a thing she don't understand. I'll try to figure out a different way to explain it to her, and she still don't understand. Thinking of another way to explain to her, she still do not
Mm.
understand, but she just say yes, 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 I understand it. And up to yesterday, not up to was it last week? Yeah, last week I have a conversation with her, and she told me that she graduate already, and then she's not gonna join again. I'll just be I'm being honest with her. I know whenever you're lying to me that you do not understand, but you tell me that you understand so I can move on. And I'm just telling you that I'm volunteer to teaching in here, and I'm not going to be angry if you do not understand because English is not your first language. And sometimes it's even hard for a person to explain another topic to another person in Vietnamese, even in your own languages. So explain things to another person is not an easy task. So if you do not understand, part of it could be my fault, and I'll have to figure out a way to make you understand. And I'm not going to be angry if you do not understand what I'm trying to say. Just remember that. I'll just figure out a way to explain to you until you understand. That's it. So do not afraid anything. Do not afraid that I'm
Yeah.
going to be angry or something. So
At first, this at first. Right now it's different.
yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
just want to set the record straight. So if you want to ask something, don't afraid it.
Yeah. Because I see you try to explain it in a easiest way for me to understand the
Yeah.
topic you want to talk
Mm.
about.
So
Do
yeah,
you recall the meeting?
yeah, I do. It's
Oh, you do? Because
an hour and 40 minutes. I record last time, but I'm kind of lazy, forgot to update. So after
update,
the
yeah.
meeting, I'll update two meetings from last year and then this one.
Mm,
Yeah.
like I don't know, but the first time I watch again my video, I feel oh, stupid girl.
Nah, well, you, you can just shut off the computer. You just listen to the audio. That'd be fine.
Uh,
Yeah.
no, the way I speak, because when I speak English, it's not that bad, but when I watch again, it's that bad.
No, honestly, you've been improving. So if you watch the first video you talking to me and then you watching particular this video, you're gonna see that the way that you speak it improves significantly. You kind of reduce the amount of unnecessary word and you speak more fluently. So you're gonna notice it. If you listen again, you see it different.
Yes, I know, I'm improved not only my English, but also my mind, my thinking a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah, compared to me 6 months ago. Oh,
yeah,
I really like I be shy when open my mouth to speak something in English, but right now it's more natural.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
I make mistake. Yeah.
yeah. So the way that you talk now is just kind of similar to well, two-person have a casual conversation, and it's more natural. It's more natural. So
Yeah. Thank you to
yeah.
say that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. Good job. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep practicing. Yeah, and yeah, it's just one of the thing that I feel a bit sad for the person, one of my students when she graduate. I try to help her fix her the way that she's speaking. So when she's speaking, she always ended upward rather than have a normal like let's say if I'll just read a sentence to see how she actually saying. Okay, hi Cam, thank you for your time today. Per our full call. So like at the end of the sentence, you always make an upward
Ah.
raising voice. So I just keep trying to explain to her. Could be because I'm not clear and then she not understands. It's speaking in that way. I'm teaching. Give me 10 minutes because if you speaking in that way, it's more like you asking a question, then you actually have a proper communication. I have to go now. So,
Yes. Oh
but
yes. It's
yeah, but
about 2 hours. I
yeah,
know nearly 2 hours.
nah, one hour and 40 minutes, 42 minutes. But anyway, so yeah, again, starting from next week, I'm only available Friday, Saturday. I'm not
Oh,
sure
that is
where you.
my 2 day I'm off. Like
Okay,
I don't have any subject on that day. But I don't know because test holiday is coming, so you just book me and I will. Yeah, if I can, I'm free. I will attend your sections.
okay. So if you want me to pre-book for you without you need to like wait the booking, just text me, just email me whenever you're available and what day do you choose. My time is already in there. Just email me the day that you choose, maybe Friday or Saturday. I'll pre-book it for you, so you don't need to like
Yes.
book it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for this subject and have you a great day. Good
Okay.
night.
See ya. Bye.
Everything. Yes. See you. See you. Good night.